Okay, I'm sorry, ran out of time on the first one. Alright, at this point, while your oven was preheating, this is the optional part. If you want to put more raisins on top, or if you want to put like pecans or something on top, this is your last chance to go for it, and go ahead and take care of that. Now my oven's preheating. I'm going to go ahead and check that. It's heated up very nicely for 350 degrees. I'll go ahead and place it in the oven. You want it about on the middle rack. Okay, and now I'm going to start with my vanilla sauce. You're going to need a pan, and you want to start off with a little bit of milk. What you're using is a vanilla pudding mix, okay? I'm using a French vanilla pudding mix. Alright? Follow the direction, I would say follow the recipe. The recipe for this one calls for 2 cups, but you don't want it thick like pudding. It's a sauce, it's got a little bit runny. So what I'm going to do, this has to be come to a simmer. So I'm going to put my 2 cups in. And then I'm going to measure out another cup. You may not use this other cup, but you may use it. So go ahead and measure that out just in case. I'm splitting this up in 2 batches. 2 different batches. One of the batches I'm going to be adding a little bit of Jim Beam to. After it's mixed, that'll be a separate batch because not everybody wants alcohol in it, but it kind of gives it a nice little flavorful taste. Wire whisk to whisk that up. Just a small one. And we'll be good. Just take that to a simmer. Then you'll know it'll start to simmer because it doesn't boil, but you'll see steam start bubbling up. And the milk will actually start looking. Milk will easily turn from a simmer to a rolling boil, and then you'll burn your milk. So you want to keep an eye on it and don't step away from the stove. Got my destructor in here with me, tearing the kitchen up. It can be time consuming, but this is all a time frame that I only prepped a little bit of stuff on the last video. I would say about 15-minute prep time. The end result's about 350 degrees in the oven. Depending on what kind of oven you got. I got an old electric oven, so it tends to take a little bit longer than what it does in a newer electric oven, or even a gas oven. You can almost cut your time in half. Okay, it's about at a simmer. I'm gonna go ahead and add my whole package of your vanilla pudding mix. This is also optional. You don't have to make the sauce if you don't want to. I do. It gives it flavor. You could just do it the old-fashioned. You could just not the old-fashioned way. I think this is pretty much the regular way that it was made. But you can just do it in a different way and take a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and also that can top on your top of your bread pudding. At this point right now, if you wanted thick pudding, you would take it off the stove and pour it in a bowl and stick it in the refrigerator to cool. At this point, we're going to make it a little more runnier, where you're not going to be able to necessarily do that. We're making a sauce. You don't have to add more milk. You could have just cut back on the mix, which is probably what I should have done instead of using more milk, because there's no way that we're going to use all this sauce. But at this point, I'm going to add a little more milk. I'm going to start off with about half a cup. And that might be the consistency that I'm looking for. Really, depending on what kind of mix you got, some could turn out thicker. You may have to add more milk. You really won't know until it chills if it's the runny consistency. So I'm trying to wing it here. I'm going to say half a cup was really all. If I need to add more, what you'll do to add more is simply pour it out in a bowl. And if you need more milk added, add it in there and whisk it cool. But it will whisk together a lot better once it's heating up. So I'm going to remove that from my heat, because you don't want it to cook. You just want it to simmer. Okay, I'm gonna let it cool, and I saved this little glass jar right here because I had bought some peach hives. Little glass jar. It's kind of neat, nice. I saved it. I'm gonna pour the pudding in here with the bourbon, and that's gonna be the separate one. The other one's just gonna be in a regular bowl. So. But that's what I had. If you have any questions or any comments or anything, feel free to leave them. Thanks to all my subscribers and your support. Subscribe to me, and everybody be safe and have a good holiday. Thank you.